congratulations, you are super financially literate.
Wow.
That was it. That was the difficulty level of the questions we're talking about for this survey.
Okay, and so you're telling me that. So can you talk about the results? So
Yeah.
most people did not pass that. Is that what you said?
So most people did. 57% to be exact did. So that is not really the vast majority. And we are ranked actually 14th in the world for financial literacy. So we didn't do all that great if you think about it.
You know, here's the interesting thing about financial literacy in the United States specifically. Like when we talk about financial literacy, it is a really important thing to know, right? I mean, I think that's what we do for a living, right? We try to educate people about financial literacy. So obviously we are biased. That is a really important thing.
It's a good thing you passed that test.
Yeah, it really is a good thing that I passed that. If it was a more difficult test, I'm afraid I probably wouldn't have. But what's important to keep in mind is that the biggest piece of financial literacy is really about just saving money, right, for retirement, right? And this is particularly as pensions have gone out, and then we are, as individuals, largely responsible for our own retirement. So it's saving and then figuring out what to do with your money. And what's interesting is that when you look at the United States economy, what is it? I think that the stat is something like 70% of our economy, our GDP is a function of consumer purchases, right? And then our savings rate is some abysmal level of something like 4% or 2%, which is much, much lower than most other developed countries. Well, one of the reasons that our GDP is so healthy, historically, is because our consumers have spent more money, more of their income than in a lot of other places. I mean, there's other reasons that our GDP is awesome too. We have great natural resources and a variety of other things. But on a country level, you don't want your people necessarily saving so much. But on the individual level, it is absolutely critical that you not only save, but that you do so early because of, and this kind of relates to a question in that test, because of the power, the time value of money, and which another way of putting that is compounding returns. So you want to save early, invest that, allow compounding returns to boost your returns multiple fold over multiple decades.
Do you want to know the question that people had the most difficulty with in the United States?
The compounding returns?
No, the question about interest, which is less to pay back 105 or 100 plus 3%.
No kidding.
That's the question people had the most trouble with, which is crazy if you consider how much, for example, student debt there is out there or how much credit card debt is. 60% of adults in America have a credit card, and they don't understand how interest works, which is crazy. If you're not paying off your balance every month, then, I mean, you're pretty much giving money away.
Yeah, and those interest rates are in the 20%.
Absolutely.
So I mean, if you don't know how interest works, I mean, that would be certainly an important thing that you'd want to get up to. And something it'd take you 5 minutes to get up to speed on how it worked, but it's certainly an important thing to know.
So of the people who have a credit card in the United States, only 57% of the people who answered that survey question answered it correctly, which is crazy.
There you go.
So anyway, I think that's pretty much it. Do you have anything else you want to say?
No, I think that you kind of wrapped it up really, really well. I mean, you have people carrying these huge balances on their credit cards. They don't know how interest works. I mean, it really does fit nicely how that works.
Yeah. So financial literacy, kids, it's important. Stay in school. If only schools taught financial literacy, that would make it even better.